My shawty pulling up with a real bad, bad. You too. Dripping my swag.
It's the NFL on EA Sports coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The Broncos will kick. Here's Brandon McManus to start us, and we are off from Denver. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Keenan going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their own 43. And they'll go on the ground. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And they'll run it here. And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Throwing is Keenum on 3rd down. And he fires one, but incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And Garrett Selleck here on the completion. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go, here we go. Wait.
Now Garoppolo throwing on second. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
180, 120.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
20. 11.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
11.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
After the missed kick, they're in really good position. They'll begin this drive at the 39 now. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. throwing on third down. Keenum. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Brandon Marshall in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
11, 11, 11, 11. Like 20, like 80, 13, 13.
On third and long, it's Garoppolo trying to lay one up deep. He's got a man complete. The 20. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 78 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
And Denver getting set to take the field. This is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Dancing to his left. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. On first down, Keenum. And that's complete to Sanders. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it second down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Again, it's Keenum. And this is caught at the 8 and brought before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Keenum to throw again. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
13. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Got his target, Pierre Garçon.
Missed.
He will not go down. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here we go. 11. 13. 11. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Marshall. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he stopped immediately there. Malcolm Smith there for the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who could do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here goes the hot.
gain him again here on 2nd and 10. Steps away to his, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Cassius Marsh in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, Keenum. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back to Denver right after this.
6. What do you need? 11.
Garoppolo on 1st down. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. 58 yards. So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with Breida. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there, taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Now Gold for the extra point. And oh, he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Throwing on first down is Keenum. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Working from the gun, Keenum. Incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. A shotgun snap for Keenum. And an alley to run. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. Keenum eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Cassius Marsh. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On second down, here's Keenum. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Shotgun snap for Keenum. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Taken from just outside the 30. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And likely just out of field goal range. Could be Hail Mary time.
And haven't we seen in recent years that the Hail Mary seems to be more successful in the NFL than before?
Absolutely we have. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Spins by. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. A gain of 3, second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Keenum now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Broncos send out their punter now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. It'll be a 39-yard punt, give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Where we talk a lot about pregame speeches, what are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
After the interception, here's Keenum. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. DeForest Buckner with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And they'll go on the ground. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
The Broncos on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Keenum. Drops it underneath for Booker. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to make it 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
20, 20, 11, 11, 13.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Derek Wolfe in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
13, 20, 80.
From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
11, 11.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
11, 11.
Now a play fake here on first down. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. And now it's 2nd down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
6, like 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. Oh, Gould missed it. It's no good. Wide to the left, off the mark, and we will remain tied here in this third quarter. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Keenum going to lead the Broncos up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. This one up to about the 39 here. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Watching that play unfold or watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Fight 20! No, Roger.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keenum. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former Super Bowl MVP, Malcolm Smith. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. Look at the dance and the juke. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key to left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
13. Here we go.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, a 16-yard touchdown. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gould able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Very left, very left.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40. The 40. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And this is now a one-point game. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Von Miller coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Over the middle to Kittle, complete. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold to add the extra point. Gold with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 29. A big play there for the Broncos on 3rd. 45 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. A 2nd down carry for Booker. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Solomon Thomas in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. From the gun, here's Keenum. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Solomon Thomas in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Solomon Thomas. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro linebackers, Von Miller. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That goes for a gain of 31. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll look to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Broncos on third down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Desperation time for Keenum on 4th. Escaping the pressure. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Solomon Thomas in there yet again. My goodness, make it 5 sacks for him now in this one game alone. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. McKinnon, and an out, and now a fumble. The ball's out. The Broncos say they have it. They do. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Following the fumble recovery, Keenum throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sanders, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Throwing is Keenum, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeForest Buckner in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.